Post-ICO. What's next? With millions of euros in the bank, how does an ICO switch from raising capital to running a successful company? Benjamin Bilski, Naga Group, Cyrus Fazel, SwissBorg, Igor Chmel, Bankex. Moderated by Karl Schranz, E&S Group.
Russ, for this event.
Hi, we are now with three ICOs who have already completed their ICOs and raised a significant amount of money. I would like you to introduce yourselves and tell us something about yourselves and the project.
Great. My name is Cyrus Fazel. I'm the proud founder and CEO of SwissBorg. At SwissBorg, we're really democratizing wealth management. We were very fortunate to finish our ICO pretty much the same date in December and January of this year. We raised 52 million US dollars out of 149 countries, which was great. Right now, we have a CHSB token that is being used within our network, and our proof is the meritocracy, making sure that everyone who contributes within our network gets rewarded.
At what point of your development, at what stage are you now that you post-ICO?
Great. Maybe just before digging into what we're doing and essentially what we're offering as solutions, as there's a lot of ICO contenders and a lot of people dreaming about it, I'm just going to walk you through what we've been thinking and applying after our ICO, right? So after an ICO, what happens is that you're fucking super, super tired, okay? This is how it is. You get to a point where you've gotten your campaign, you've been touring the world to actually get funding, and then you get, thanks to the community, 60,000 or a little bit less or a little bit less, and you get a great amount of money, and that's great. But in order to get that money and preserve that money and make sure that that money is going to transfer from an ICO stage to hopefully one of the best fintech going forward, I think so there's a lot of different stages that any ICO has to dig into it, which is one of the first thing is treasury management. So a lot of people, we've raised a big amount of money, but it was in crypto. And I'm not saying you should shift everything to fiat, but what you have to do is actually actively manage your portfolio, like covering it with hedges. And that's something I think so we're quite proud of doing, because the market has dropped 80%, right? If we kept everything in crypto and we didn't actively trade it, today we will roughly have only 10 million left, which is not the case. We have over 30 today. So that's one thing that people should really look into it. Then number two, and the reason why 80% of ICO fails after, is governance models. EY, KPMG, and all the big four people, they're not here for no reasons, and they're not structuring companies for no reasons. So if you guys don't have a clear guidance how to do these things, or a great company such as yours, you really have to make sure that you're in good hands and you're tax-wise, legal-wise, you're going through the good framework and you're actually applying these rules to make sure you're be able to do your business. Third thing, having a clear business model, making sure that your token is in the center of that business model, making sure that if the owners of that token, of our CHSB, are the one who have access to products, get discounts, get rewards based on that token. So making sure the token economy of your DAO, decentralized automation, is really the paramount. And then obviously is recruiting the best people, recruiting the best talents. That's something that is very fundamental. And working out in a lot of different places. As we all know here on the stage, we're all based in different countries, we're quite decentralized, but we have different activities based on which licenses are pretty much open or not open. And the reason why we're all here today in Malta is that because I think so the Prime Minister and MFSA had taken a very good choice of actually how to make crypto legit. So those are, for me, the four big things that you have to not only develop, but think about it every day when you've finished your ICO.
Cyrus, any challenges that you experienced post your ICO? I mean, for example, we were speaking before about human resource management.
Yeah, I think so. There's a lot of, we're in crypto, so this is probably a synonym in another language for challenges. And there's a lot of challenges on cybersecurity. There's challenges on the legal side, getting the custody banks working with you, getting credibility with governments, and making sure that you're not just a fade. You're actually the future of finance. You're the future of fintech. You're the future of whatever industry you're taking over. And I think so, you go slowly and slowly. No one really understand the technology, but you then try to educate people, and that's what we've been doing a lot recently. Is edutainment, we call it. So organize meetups or similar conference like that, making sure that actually I'm a lecturer in different universities around Europe, and making sure that you're actually explaining to people what you're doing. I think so. This is a great thing, and understanding as well what is the purpose of blockchain. And one of the purpose, what we think, besides decentralization, and the freedom, is in the shared economy. People want to have ownership over data. And for us, this is really one of the paramount as well. So we'll be releasing very soon in our mobile app, a SwissBorg app, is that you'll have the possibility to go from, let's say, €1 to invest into crypto. But more importantly, you could go from €1 to buy a basket of cryptos. And you're not buying into a fund. You're actually buying the strategy, and that strategy is buying these different underlyings that's going into your wallet directly. So you're actually holding the keys of your future by holding the data of your future. And this, for us, is one of the very big challenge for us, because how to do that is super complicated. But we're working on it for a year and a half to making sure we have a great order management system, best execution venue, and making sure we have a very secured multi-signature wallet. And that's what we're building, and that's one of our big challenges right now. Yeah, I think so. We're on the same path. I think so with Naga Banking, other people, is that we're trying to, to bridge the off-chain banking world with the new on-chain blockchain world, and combining those both together, taking best practice from the ancient world and optimizing to get a better future. And I think so at SwissBorg, we're really prawning the fact that we want to create an ecosystem that is, it's really relied on this meritocratic system, which is, if you bring something to the table, you get rewarded. You want to make sure that anyone could get accessibility to wealth. You want to make sure that it's not just friends. It's whoever wants to contribute within our system actually gets rewarded. And that's how I see the world, which will be much brighter. It will be much more transparent. And you won't need to rely on middlemen and companionship to go to golf courses with rich people to actually earn what you have trusted and what you've really worked in. So really making something better and more optimized. Thank you.
Thank you.